Intuition, sixth sense, gut feeling, or whatever else you want to call it. It has always been something mystical, something hard to understand, and mostly out of our reach.
But actually, it's not. It's just like any of the other senses. With a little bit of patience and practice, you can develop it and it will serve you for the rest of your life. I want to share with you some practical tips that have really helped me develop my intuition or sixth sense or whatever, and I'm pretty sure you'll find some of them useful for you too. In the last few years of my volleyball career, I had this feeling inside of me, like right in the gut, and it was constantly telling me that I'm not gonna make it. And of course, I hated to admit it, and I didn't listen to it at all because obviously this was my dream and I was doing anything possible to become a volleyball player and to play at high level. But in reality, I sucked most of the time and I didn't really have good schedule of eating, sleeping, practicing and many other things that bring you to this next level of high achievement in sports. And so at some point, injuries made me quit. But after realizing, this whole period and how I behaved after my sorrow was gone for quitting, I realized that this feeling was absolutely on point, and probably, although it sounds pretty unthinkable at this moment even, I should have quit a bit earlier and just moved on with my life. Every time you get this undescribable feeling inside of you for something, or a great example is when you meet someone. When you see him or her, you instantly have an opinion about this person, if you like him or her or not. And this exact opinion is your gut feeling, but it's not always right. So what I do is I keep my opinion for the next 2 or 3 months. I try not to affect my overall behavior in a situation or with this person, and then I validate it. So I write it down even if I have to, and then I see if it was correct. And then when you have enough of a database of this feeling being right and wrong, then you can make a conclusion that, okay, maybe it works in my favor, or maybe I need to do something else in order to improve my radar or intuition. I'm sure you have experienced days where you feel in this state of flow. Everything runs your way and you're really in the zone. Although this is something very typical for professional athletes, we can all experience it. And one of the ways to do this is obviously meditation. But the key is actually to just focus on something. It doesn't matter what it is. It might be your breath, it might be something that you're doing at the office or anything else you can imagine, but make sure that your mind is occupied with just one thing. This really fires up your intuition. When you're super busy and you have your mind all over the place, this is also usually the time where your intuition is kind of stuck, or you don't hear it, or you think it's not there, but it's just way too noisy in your mind, and that's why you cannot feel its presence. Almost every time that I feel tired, I find myself falling into this self-blame state. So basically, I tell myself that I'm not worth it and I'm not doing the best I can in YouTube or at my job or anything else you can imagine. And I get into this roller coaster of what the hell am I doing with my life? And I know that this happens when I'm tired. The same thing happens when I'm working on something really hard and I try to make it perfect. That's something else that I'm also really struggling. So unless it's perfect, I feel again that I haven't done enough and it's not good enough for others to see in the case of a video, or like the results won't be good enough when it's work related or anything else. And these two states, they're not really helping the intuition. Actually, I get into this, kind of a depression, and unless I realize that I'm in this state and it's because of this and this reason, it could be, for example, because I'm tired, because I didn't sleep well, I really kind of block myself from doing positive work. And believe me, it has taken me years to get to this point where I can actually realize that these are just states of my mind and they happen in specific situations. And that's one of the hardest and actually most interesting journeys in life, that getting to know yourself a little bit better, because a lot of us are just, reacting to everything that's happening. We're not just sitting down thinking, okay, why did this happen? Why did I react so? Or why did I do this? And this is what really drives you and helps you become this calmer person. And this intuition that we're talking about, sixth sense, it's coming to you only when you're in this state of flow and when you're convinced that you are yourself and nobody can tell that something else. So it's really hard to get there, but you need to start it. And that's something that has helped me immensely in actually every aspect of my life, getting to know myself a little bit better.
Once we were with my best friend at a city that we didn't know, but we had to find the hotel. We knew it's somewhere downtown, but that was everything that we knew. And then we decided not to use any navigation, maps or whatever. We didn't even want to ask anyone. We wanted kinda to find it ourselves. And that's what we did. We kinda left our inner feelings to guide us. And to be honest, it didn't take us long until we found the hotel. And that's actually one way to develop your sixth sense. You can basically put yourself in situations that you have never been and you don't know how to deal with, and just find a way.
Fresh air is vital for our clear thinking, and quite often I find myself stuck on an issue and on a problem, and the solution is just not coming to me. So the best thing that I love doing is going out for a run. But even if you're not a running person, just going out in nature and enjoying it is just, the solutions just start coming after you come back from this, and it's an amazing experience. And actually from this whole video, if you get something, is that the sixth sense, your intuition, it's not like the lamp. It doesn't turn on and off when you need it. It's all about setting the right condition for it to function. And all of these things that we discussed are exactly this, preparing you for the moment that you need it, that you know the steps that you need to take in order to create the conditions for your subconscious mind to help you with whatever solution that you're looking for. That's everything for this video, guys. If you enjoy it or if you have anything else to share with me, please make sure you leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Как болит, Майко.